you want to know why my eyes went all... Because ever since I started having to perform my protection spell, I've been getting terrible migraines. Cadence hasn't been casting spells on me. She's been using her magic to heal me. And she decided to replace her bridesmaids because she found out the only reason they wanted to be in the wedding was so they could meet Canterlot royalty. And if she hasn't been on her best behavior with your friends, it's because with me being so busy, she's had to make all the decisions about the wedding.
I was just trying to...
She's completely stressed out because it's really important to her that our big day be perfect. Something that obviously wasn't important to you.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Stop, stop, stop. Shining Armor, I have something I need to say to you right now. I know your sister is acting pretty angsty right now, but I have to admit that she has some pretty legitimate complaints about your marriage to Cadence. Well, where do I start?
Yes, I am.
Oh, dear. Are you getting another one of your headaches? Feeling better?
What have you done?
Uncle Andy? Dude, what's wrong?
I'll tell you what's wrong, dude. Everything. Can you not see this abomination sitting right in front of you?
Or you're the one that tears me down worse than anyone else can. I can go to work and have a terrible day.
And she decided to replace her bridesmaids because she found out the only reason they wanted to be in the wedding was so they could meet Canterlot royalty. And if she hasn't been on her best behavior with your friends, it's because with me being so busy, she's had to make all the decisions about the wedding.
I was...
My college roommate asked me to be a bridesmaid in her wedding. I agreed. Then the bridesmaid dress she picked out for me was $2,400. I couldn't afford it and gently told her so. I found a pattern for a similar dress and fabric that was the same color and type. So I asked her if it was okay if I made the similar dress, or perhaps we could go dress shopping together to find something in my budget. All of the bridesmaids were going to be wearing the same color, but she'd picked out different styles of dresses for each of us, so it wasn't as if I would stick out like a sore thumb. She cussed me out, told me I was ruining her wedding, that her vision required me to wear that dress. And can I just get a credit card to charge the dress on? When I told her no, she cut off all contact with me, claiming that if I was a true friend, I would make the finances work. She's never spoken to me again. She'd been like a sister to me up until that point. My girlfriend was a bridesmaid for her friend a few years ago. The bride was 2 hours late to her own rehearsal. This was very aggravating to all of the professional staff at the church who were required to be there. It was equally aggravating to the restaurant staff who were expecting a large party at 7:30 that didn't show up until 9:30 at a place that closed at 10 p.m. They refused to serve us any alcohol as a result, and I think her dad had to end up paying them a big fee for the incurred overtime and lost business from renting the place out but leaving it empty on a Friday night. And then, when I thought it couldn't get any worse, the bride was 90 minutes late for her own wedding because she was getting her hair done. All of the wedding party, priests, etc., standing there right on time. A full church, everyone waiting. After 30 minutes, those standing up decided to sit down, and they announced that the bride would be there shortly. Children crying, people fretting, at least 20 people got up and left. I wanted to, and would have if it were a friend of mine. He finally arrives. Gets scolded at by the wedding planner, the priest, her parents, and everyone. But he doesn't even apologize. He just interrupts everyone trying to talk to her to say, "Excuse me, but this is my wedding, and I needed my hair to be perfect." A friend was mad because a few days before her wedding, there was a terrible flood in a South American country, which somehow ruined her chances of being able to get just the right color flower for the centerpieces. I was DJing a wedding in a shabby little reception hall in the middle of the sticks for a redneck bride and groom. The bride was wasted by the time I started playing my set at around 8 p.m. She came up to me right away and told me that I needed to play the song "Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy" like every 4 songs. And I tried to tell her that it's a bad idea, but she insisted, so I agreed. About an hour into the night, I play the song for the 10th time, and people in the crowd start to boo. Please note that every time I played the song, I passed it off unto the bride by saying something like, "It's time for a special request from the bride," as not to destroy my reputation. So people boo and start walking off the dance floor. The bride sees this and freaks out. She runs up to the stage and demands the microphone. "You dumb fuggers, get back on this dance floor or this thing is done." She wailed into the mic. Her guests ignore her. She yells again and no one pays her any attention. She then marches over to the cake and gift table and flips it over, yelling, "Everyone get the hell out of my wedding!" Her guests, who did not seem all that surprised, end up leaving. I still get paid, so in the end, it didn't not matter too much from my end, but wow. Just wow.
I was just trying to...
She's completely stressed out because it's really important to her that our big day be perfect. Something that obviously wasn't important to you.
This is it.